And welcome back, ladies, and it takes from the wrong one. Of course it does. What is with this week? Hang on, I'm having some technical
Technical
issues.
difficulties.
There we go. I don't know why. Maybe that's why. Alrighty. So, welcome back to the Silver Lantern Archives, you guys. We're going to be continuing on with the Dominion of the Riftborn. Our party has been in a strange circumstance, trying to get a feel for the area around them without the most luck. As for how that's been going and why the party is currently worrying, I will let the one who won't shut up tell us what's going on. Cornholio.
Well, if I recall correctly, last time joined the party, we had just talked to the finished speaking to the librarian woman, and we decided to leave and go investigate the manor of that guy who we saw tweaking out. Maybe he had a bad drug trip. Maybe he was possessed by some sort of horrible mist creature. We don't know. We don't know what's going on with him. What we do know is he apparently he was the son that we were all talking that was being mentioned. We went there and discovered that wait, we can't even go in to actually talk to anybody without any kind of without some sort of medical license, which apparently we need to get for Varen. We also saw a suspicious looking maid leave the place, looking all kinds of suspect, and our dear Ciel went to go chase after them and find out what they were doing. While me and Xanth decided to go investigate a squished up row of hedges. Apparently, someone had been using that area to get over that wall, or something along those lines. But the real interesting thing happened was with Ciel. Ciel just followed the person, the maid. They went to go talk to the librarian. Apparently, they were searching for the son that we are looking for right now. Can't remember the name of the family name of those guys, but since they weren't at the library, she continued on with her search and eventually found them in an alleyway, looking down at some sort of manhole. They dragged them back, and they started dragging the guy back, and he just kept looking down. And I think anyone who watched the last episode knows that when he was under the influence of his whatever was going on with him, he mentioned something going on beneath the city, which is very much of interest to the party. But TL didn't mention that in their link. They just kept that to themselves until we all grouped back at the tavern. Um, we all we all decided as a group to go investigate that manhole after a good night's sleep. But because CC is CC, we probably won't get any sleep because now some sort of red mist is percolating its way through the town. Maybe there'll be zombies in it. Maybe there'll be creatures from another world come to eat people, and maybe some preacher will talk about expediation or some bullshit. I don't remember what the quote is from that movie, but who knows?
Well,
Let's see.
y'all are
Let's
from
find out
another
what
world,
happens.
and y'all do have Father Dalton.
Yeah, the likelihood of this becoming a Stephen King novel is becoming greater and greater. I'm concerned. But and Bella is sleeping. That's pretty much all that happened last time.
Go ahead and take your hero point. As we
Up to
rejoin
three.
our group within the room, within y'all's room, with Xanth having noticed the strangeness going on outside. As the rest of the party is still trying to make plans, and Bella is using a dog as a pillow.
Mm. Did it just get quiet for me?
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if he'll do anything.
Okay.
Uh,
My headset went kind of funky, so.
yeah, I didn't. Who's the focus on right now? Is it on
Y'all all in the
which
same
room?
room, but Zan's the one that noticed something.
Oh, I thought we were all in our own respective rooms.
No, I don't think y'all are about to split up. I think, but I haven't yet.
Yeah, okay, so I noticed this first because I'm literally looking at the window.
Yeah.
Uh, I am going to get up in a calm fashion, and I'm gonna go walk back into the other room. Do I
Uh,
still,
You're
as
still
I
in
walk
the
in, do
same
I
room as
still?
everybody.
No, I am not. I had already said that I had left because we weren't in my room.
oh right, yeah.
Right.
Xath had gone to their room while me, CL, and Father Dalton were discussing the day's events.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they're in the room with Bella?
No, me and
No,
Cornelius are sharing a room.
Yeah, no, I meant the rest of the party's in the room with Bella.
yes, we're trying to talk very quietly.
Alright.
So I will re-enter the room with everyone else.
Something to note,
And as
though.
do I still see that fog through the window
Oh, yeah, it's still
in
there.
this room? I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to put my hands on Cornelius and turn him around so he's facing the window.
Now, what are you? Oh, oh, that's not good.
I have no idea if that's good or not.
I mean,
And
generally
then
speaking, a thick red miasma-like fog prevailing its way through a city. Generally speaking, that's not something you want happening.
hey,
I'm
I've
going
got an
to
idea.
agree with
Oh,
this is not a good sign.
I'm going to look at Selwyn and Junie. Hey, by chance, did you guys hear mention of this while you were out?
No, no, we didn't. As Selwyn is going to go crouch next to the window looking out, it really messes up lines of sight. I can't see more
This
than maybe 2 feet.
this isn't some natural rift phenomenon, is it? Like
There's
something
nothing
maybe
natural
that happened.
about rifts.
Yes, but does it happen whenever you rift travel? Like, is this just a thing, or is this
You remember
completely
how
new
I
to you?
said anything could happen?
Ah, fair enough.
There isn't really a
Uh,
norm. But if
hmm,
what you're asking, if it's something I've seen before, no.
we should probably be all awake for this. Father Dalton,
Don't
what?
write, don't wake up Bella just yet until we figure out it's dangerous.
Well, that works for me. I was going to have the preacher do it, but I guess we should go out and investigate.
CC. Is our window facing the streets or is it facing an alley?
This one's facing the street.
Can we see anyone in the street?
No, because there's only about 2 feet of visibility to the person standing right next to the window.
Ah, okay. There's no screaming coming from the streets, is there?
Nope, it is eerily quiet.
And because of
Cornelius,
the fog, can't see the moons.
Correct.
Cornelius
Hey,
is going to go grab his sword from the where he left it by the door, strap it on. Well, only one thing to do about it. Can't really investigate it from up here.
Cornelius,
Yes.
are you?
You cut off for me.
No, I stopped talking.
Oh.
How about you give me 10 minutes? Hey?
Works for me. Hopefully the
All right.
fog doesn't disappear in those 10 minutes. Or hopefully it does.
I was gonna
Depending on
say I
whether
would
it's
kind of
good or not.
prefer that it does disappear in those 10 minutes. I'm gonna start ritually casting detect magic.
Alrighty. What is the rest of the party doing?
Well,
CL's gonna go downstairs and just see if everybody in the inn is acting normal.
Alright, so CL's heading downstairs. Xanth is casting a spell. What of the rest of the party? Save for Bella, who is currently having the issue of not being able to breathe because the dog rolled over and is laying on their face.
Dalton goes down just to see what the hell's going on.
So Dalton's going with
Ella
CL.
doesn't. Ella doesn't even
Uh,
notice the dog on her face, by the way.
Yeah,
Okay.
Varen's going to stop Bella from suffocating.
Varen to the rescue. And Cornelius, where are you going?
I see that Xanth is casting some sort of spell. Safe to assume that it's probably going to be something to figure out what's going on. So Cornelius will try to help by using his divine sense.
You don't get anything. But for CL and Father Dalton, as y'all head back down, you're almost certain there were at least some people moving around earlier in the night. It hasn't been that long, but when you get downstairs, it's dead quiet. Not a soul moving around.
Not even the workers are there.
No.
And weren't we up down there like less than 10 minutes ago in game?
About 20.
Elizabeth's sounding.
I'm gonna look around and see if I can see anybody at all. Maybe in the kitchen or one of the other rooms.
No one.
Are the windows sealed? Like, is there any of the fog coming inside the building?
There is not.
Okay. This doesn't make any sense. What do you think, Father Dalton?
Uh, either a mass casualty event with no bodies, or the people disappeared.
Maybe they ran away when they saw the fog? Or maybe they know it's time to hide at a certain time every night? Did this happen? We weren't here the previous night, were we?
No, y'all arrived earlier this morning.
Interesting. Okay, better tell everybody. I'll run back upstairs and tell everybody. There's not a soul in sight downstairs. Nobody's around.
Hmm. What are the chances you think that we got moved again without noticing?
Unlikely.
Or maybe
You
everyone
hear
else got
from Salem.
moved. Or maybe everyone else got moved.
Father Dalton, are you still downstairs?
Yeah, he's probably just keeping an eye on things downstairs for now.
Roll me a quick perception. Father Dalton, you, out of the corner of your eye, you notice through the window and through the fog, you see a shape moving past the window. Dalton.
I apologize. Could you repeat that?
You see a shape move out of the corner of your eye through the window. You see it move across the window, like a large shadow in the mist.
I try to pursue it.
You're gonna sprint outside?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I need a charisma save as soon as you open the door.
Could you roll it for me real quick?
Yep. Father Dalton, Father Dalton, Father Dalton.
What they do?
Father Dalton, as soon as you open the door, the mist rushes forward, clinging to your body, trying to push into your pores. You can feel an immediate attack on your mind. It is vicious and powerful. What is your first response?
I guess I immediately try and close the door.
It's easy enough. You slam it shut, the tendrils of red mist fading away relatively quick. But as you do, you can still feel the faint echo of that power sliding through your body.
Yeah, that was terrifying. Whew. After a second to recollect myself, I head upstairs.
Back upstairs, Xanth, you are just about to finish your spell when everyone hears the door outside slam.
I look over at Ciel, who's currently here. Ciel, where's Father Dalton?
Probably downstairs. Let me go check on him. I'll run down.
As you rush, CL, you can see Father Dalton standing next to the door, almost in a daze. He's standing straight up, and you can see strange flashes of red over his skin. A second later, he turns and seems to be going towards the party when Father Dalton, you see CL suddenly standing there.
What happened? Are you?
I saw something outside. I went to go see what it was, and then, ugh, whatever that mist is, it is physically painful. Ugh.
It didn't feel
That's not.
painful per se, but you did feel its influence.
That's not good
Like
at
a,
all.
so it was more like a presence than pain.
Yeah. No pain, but roll me an arcana.
Could you roll for me real quick?
Yeah.
Maybe you argue that they would have advantage since they are a psychically powerful person.
No. Because it's psychic. This felt to be in the same vein as, say, powerful enchantment magics, like a Gios, or a possession. An attempt to wrench your mind out of your control and overtake your body. Father Dalton?
They're muted.
Dang. We'll get back
But
to that here
creepy.
in a second. As upstairs, Xanth, you finish your spell and you feel powerful, powerful magics moving outside and through the window. You can see its glow, but can't identify the type of magic.
Do I feel like the window is blocking the blocking the type?
It doesn't seem to be moving past the window, but you can see it through it.
Okay.
You can also still see the mark on Cornelius's ankle.
Cornelius, stay here for a second. As I'm
Alright.
going to go back into my room, or me and Cornelius's room, and shut the door. And I'm gonna do something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go open, just crack the window open just a bit,
It
trying to
immediately
figure.
opens the window the rest of the way, pushing it hard and rushing against you. I need a charisma save.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Would it slam open with enough force that other people could hear it?
No.
Where is my? Okay. Quick question before I roll this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it against the charmed condition?
No.
Okay.
All right, we'll get back to Zand later.
Oh no.
No.
So, do we have Blue back?
Yes.
Okay, coolio. Blue, did you hear what I had said about the Arcana?
And no, I didn't hear it. My mic went out. My phone went out for a sec.
You're good. You know it is something akin to powerful enchantment magic, like a Gios, or perhaps a possession.
Oh. Yeah, I'll let the group know about what the hell that mist was, and ugh.
You're also reasonably certain that you are now laced with it. You managed to resist it, but that does not mean you weren't affected by its touch.
Ugh.
God damn it! Why didn't I take good and evil?
Okay. Yeah, we'll say, ugh. Recommendation: do not get hit by that crap again. It is not fun.
CL, you can see there is, as Father Dalton is talking, almost soft red flashes in his pupils. It's very weak and subtle, but you're a perceptive dude. You definitely see it moving at the back of his eye.
Are you okay there, Father Dalton?
Okay is a relative term, but the correct answer is probably no.
Yeah, I get the feeling you're not okay. Let's go upstairs and warn everybody not to open the window or go outside.
Ugh. Agreed.
All right. We'll run
Figured it
upstairs.
would. I figured it was just mist. It would just like physically hurt, not. Ugh. I feel like I got my. I feel like I got hit. I feel like someone hit my soul with a spatula.
You get back, the pair of you get back to the party. It's not too hard.
Are you okay, Father Dalton? You look like someone hit you with a 5-pound bag of sand.
That's not an accurate statement, but ow. Yeah, idea. I thought I saw something out in the mist. I went to go check, and the mist doesn't hurt physically, but it feels like high level enchantment magic. Ugh.
Where's
Interesting.
Zan?
Oh, they
Yes.
went. I actually don't know where they went. They said they'd be right back.
I'll go looking for Zan.
Where are you going to go looking for him?
First place is their room.
As you turn to head towards the room, you immediately see that their door is open.
I'll peek inside.
You
Xanth,
see
are
as
you there?
well their window is open and the fog is reaching in. The moment you step into the doorway, the mist starts to slither across the ground towards you.
What's Xanth look like?
Zan's not there.
Not there.
Nope.
Oh no.
The window is open.
It is fully open.
And the fog is coming in.
Yes, and it is currently coming for you.
I'm gonna close that door and run back into the other room.
Gotcha.
The window's open, Xanth is gone, and the fog is coming in the building.
What?
You need to do something
And-
right.
Internally I apologize to Bella for screaming, but Cornelius is shocked.
I'm going to run back over to the other room and make sure it's sealed. Is the fog coming into the hallway from that room at all?
No, it is not.
Cornelius will follow behind Seal. What exactly did you see?
The window's open, and the fog is coming towards me. So I closed the door, but I did not see Xanth.
Well, try to contact her. You're still linked with us.
Okay, I'll try.
Need a charisma save from CL.
Charisma save. You just. I'm sorry.
Charisma save. One thing.
CL, as you start to try to focus on Xanth, you feel an immediate problem. Something is trying, the moment you touch the bond you have with her, something tries to reach through it to grab you. You manage to cut it completely, closing all of them off before it gets a direct reach into your mind.
Oh, that's not good.
What? What happened?
It feels like something tried to penetrate the link and my psychic power through her.
Ugh.
Do note
I
your
Hades.
bond has now grown inactive as you had to completely cut it to stop it from reaching into you.
All our bones?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
it cuts everybody at once.
Shit.
We need to find Xanth. I'm gonna go into the other room and let everybody know what's going on.
Bella, did you wake up when Cornelius shouted? Or did you ignore the loudmouth?
She would.
Well, if she's not awake, I'll definitely wake up Bella as well.
Oh, well.
I don't think anyone can sleep through Cornelius yelling.
Yeah,
I don't think it's possible.
that's fair. So, Bella, you are just waking up. You can see the party is seeming to be a bit worried at the moment. What would y'all like to do as Bella is sitting up?
Bella, Xanth disappeared. We got to find. I think they took her because the window was open, and there's nobody downstairs either.
Does Bella see
Appar-
the mist outside yet, or no?
Oh, yeah. You can see at the
Alright,
moment you'll see the window.
Bella's going to stand up, just very nicely make sure the dog's okay.
They're
Gently
unconscious in
thank
your lap.
Farron for. That's totally fine. She's gonna just, I'm assuming Varen in my mind is very close, so she's gonna just sit the dog on Varen. And she's going to walk across the room and get right in Selwyn's face and say, right, here's the deal. Here's the deal. You tell us what the fuck is going on and how we're gonna get her back without any issues, or I'm gonna rip yours and Junie's fucking heads off, right?
Then I advise you start. I'm not entirely sure what to do about it. It seems to be laced with rift energy, but not in a way I'm familiar with.
So you've told us this whole entire time you've been blowing smoke right up our asses and calling us a bunch of chimneys saying, oh, when you go in the rift, this is what you do, and we know how this works and how that works. Since we've been in this rift, you haven't known a thing. You haven't done anything except disappear, and then you show up and you say, I don't know what's going on. I thought you were the experts. Now we're missing somebody we came in here with. We came back to get people back. So I need you to start figuring some shit out real quick, or I can just throw everybody out the window and then we'll all hopefully go figure out what Xanth is that way, right?
If you
I
want
think
to
at this
expose
point, like
yourself,
Bella's starting to shift, like already just starting to change.
if you want to go expose yourself to the rift energy, be my guest. It's not a good idea in the slightest, but as I've said in the past, the rift do things that boggle the mind and do not follow the rules of any other world. And as when
So
Cornelius
you sat
asked,
in
it's been
here,
playing in a way that I have not seen before.
you sat in here knowing that no one knew anything about this rift stuff, and you let people walk out of this room, didn't follow them. You and Junie just sat there and let them go do stuff, knowing that half these people are ready to just go fucking walk off to death any second of the day. You didn't think to say, hey, let's all stay in here and not go over there because you might get hurt. You just sat here and let it all happen. If you really think that you don't have any bit of blame in this, you have some serious problems you need to work on. We are not experienced. You're supposed to be leading us in this, and you haven't done that. And now people are getting hurt and possibly dying because you didn't take 5 seconds out of your day to just say, hey, stop. It's not safe out there. I can tell you that's rift stuff. They don't know what's going on. None of us do. You told us you did.
I would think you have the common sense not to open a window with a big, angry, red mist outside. That's pretty common sense where I come
Again,
from. Apparently, it's not where you are. So, what I'm gonna say
maybe
is you
because
stay in
where
this
we
room
come from,
and don't do anything,
maybe
because it's
because
just going to get you killed. I
Well,
thought
that is
better
a
of
completely
you,
non-starter.
but apparently I can't trust you to do anything, so stay here.
Well, that right there is a complete non-starter. We have one of our own is possibly out there right now. We need to take action.
Action in what? Run outside and get yourself caught.
oh,
Well,
right. So Xanth was worth it to you when you were able to help Porter out of a room so she could free you from somewhere when she was benefiting you. She was worth you giving a shit about. But she makes one mistake that you know you hold responsibility in, and instead of doing anything, you're going to be an asshole about it. I hope you feel more superior and more intelligent. You knew none of us knew what was going on. You told us we were all going to stick together, and I went to sleep trusting that you, of all people, that you and Junie would have at least been smart enough to stop someone, and you sat there and you let it happen. So if Xanth dies, guess whose shoulders it's on? It's on yours because you took someone in who didn't know what they were doing and you didn't know what to expect for them to do, and you let this happen. I hope that you feel as guilty as I do because you should, because this is your fuck up and this is your fault just as much as it is Xanth's. You should have protected her and you should have not let her do that.
I don't in the
And you need to
slightest.
stop being an asshole to everyone. You just act so cocky all the time. You've been using us for nothing but to benefit yourself. The least you could do is try and help instead of being an asshole to everyone. Maybe have a little sympathy. That's Cornelius's friend. She's our friend now. He's lost all of his people, and all you're doing is being an asshole to people and judging her for opening a window when she didn't fucking know. She was trying to help.
I doubt trying to help
You're a
is
shameful
what she was
person.
doing. This is a
Frankly,
very dangerous place. You decided to come here. It is on you what you decide to do.
Oh my God, Selwyn, will you get the fuck out of the room before I throw you out into the fucking mist and hope that you die and don't come back?
Bella,
By all
calm down a
means.
little. Bella, please calm down. We're gonna find Grant.
No. I would recommend that she get away because I'm gonna pet the dog to calm down, or else I will throw her out there and see how she handles it on her own again. Because last time she did so great with her group since they're all fucking dead. Real good on
Bella,
ya. Bella's
that-
just
that-
fucking no, she's
that's
walking
in poor
away.
taste. That's in very poor
I don't
taste.
give a fuck.
It's not Selwyn's fault that Xanth is gone. We need to find Xanth. It's okay. We will find her.
And to address what Selwyn actually said, we know that two of our party have experienced this mist or the effects of it and gotten away. Father Dalton, Ciel, what exactly did you feel when you were resisting this phenomenon?
It felt like heavy scale enchantment magic trying to worm into my brain,
Yeah,
trying
it
to
felt
overwhelm me.
psychic penetration. Best way to explain it.
Or a poorly put way of putting it, but yeah, effectively like that.
And how did you resist it?
What do you mean?
I'm out of character. I'm basically asking like what kind of my character is basically asking what kind of attribute did you use to resist the effects. I'm basically ensuring that I know that's a charisma based thing.
I had a.
I
Go ahead.
don't know if we can actually distinguish that. I just said I was hit by the wave for a bit, and I managed to just push through it and close the door.
I
Sounds
definitely
like
it tried to penetrate my psychic link with Xanth, and I cut the link. I think that's how I was able to get away, but I'm not sure.
sounds like you used your willpower to overpower it.
Probably.
I might be able to resist it as well. I don't know about the rest of you, but I am quite willful.
Didn't Selwyn just say to not go out there or we're gonna end up dying? Aren't we supposed to wait until the mist clears off and then go try and find Xanth? I don't know what good we're gonna do if we keep going out there and trying to get ourselves killed. I don't understand. Is everyone just trying to die now at this point?
Honestly, if I could, I would just wait. But Father Dalton, you mentioned something was out there. Something was moving in the mist.
Yes, which I will also state that if it's able to move out there freely, if we go out there and that thing finds us, you are effectively going to be dead.
Could I ask
And
above table, do we all see, does Father Dalton still have like the red in his eyes and stuff that you've mentioned before that CL saw or no?
Oh, yeah. Bella,
Okay.
you also can
Bella,
tell this is the same thing to a lesser degree that Dorian Vale had.
I will say above table, Bella's too proud to apologize to Selwyn. I feel bad about being a dick though, just as a human being. Bella would probably just continue then and be like, right, so the father there has the same thing that the Lord had when I ran him through to the medic thing. I think CL might recognize it as well. So that stuff was really bad. And I don't think people breathing that in is going to do anything. I think we all need to be together to save Xanth. And if we're all trying to fight some weird magical bullshit thing happening, we're not all going to make it. And then what do we do as our numbers thin out? What happens then?
I agree with you, Bella. We should wait and move together. Whatever we do, we should stay together. I don't
Bella's
know.
very aggressively petting the dog, by the way, not in a painful way, but trying to calm down with dog therapy.
I don't know if we'll be able to find Xanth in the mist.
and once it clears, I hope to the pantheon that we don't find her dead.
She could be anywhere. Yeah.
We go down once it clears. We know where we need to go. We need to get in the tunnel. Selwyn and Junie saw sewer grate. CL, you saw one. We just go. We don't stop and deal with the guards. We don't fucking deal with all the bullshit in this place of talking with people or anything like that. As soon as this clears up, we go. I need to ask a question that's going to make me sound like an asshole, but is everyone going to be rested enough to go get in a fight? Because if something was powerful enough to just yoink Xanth out of a room and disappear, I don't think it's just going to sit there and welcome us with open arms.
I have a feeling that if we can get below the city, we'll be able to rest without any, let's say, intrusion. I'm not sure if this mist thing happens every night or not, because this is our first night here. But judging by the way the people act around here, maybe they just get misted every night and their memories are wiped or whatever. And then the next day they act like nothing happened.
Does this place have a basement or a cellar?
The tavern should have a cellar for storing food.
You think
Some sort of
maybe it's
pantry.
connected to the underground city or something like that?
That's
Is
what
there
I was
anyone
going
we
to
could ask?
Cellars usually have a drainage hole to let off excess waters, especially if they spill a barrel. They should have something that acts as a sewer, or at least a catch.
You're very smart, Doctor.
You know what? I just had an idea. What do you think the chances are that this mist only affects actual physical beings?
We're all physical beings, unless you're planning to put your horse up there.
That is what I was thinking. Bucephalus is technically speaking a spirit. So a
Can
spirit that I have a
you-
psychic I can be psychically linked to and see through their eyes.
You
Can you
can't
see?
see anything out there, though. It's like there's no vision. Barely see anything in the mist.
I could still send them out there. I can be in connection with him for a mile. And if like what happened with Sale's connection happens, I can cut it off. You can always resummon him.
If you don't cut it
Yeah.
off before it delves into your mind?
Well, if that happens, Bella, I give you full permission to knock me out.
I'm gonna go try and see if we can find a way down below because one, maybe it would, I don't know if some of this stuff will get into some cracks. And if we can find a way into the underground.
Bella, can I get a perception check?
No.
You can
Yeah.
just insta fail if you'd rather.
No, I don't want to.
I will state
works.
that Varen is sticking with Bella, so.
I'm gonna use a hero point to roll at advantage because I need to start
Gotcha.
spending them one day. And I don't have the best perception.
Bella, as you're opening the door, you get the door open just a little bit to see the red mist immediately rushing through the door and slam it shut.
Oh, Bella's just gonna be like, right, can I see a blanket, please? And just like start grabbing a blanket to stuff around the crack at the bottom of the door and kind of try to be like, okay, so the mist is in the building, right? Working its way to us very quickly. If we open the door again, it's
Close the
gonna get
window.
inside.
I don't think anyone closed the window in our room.
No, I couldn't close it because the mist was coming right at me. My idea was to run over there and close it,
You
but
could have
I was also worried
asked
about.
one of us. Some of us are magic users. There are spells just to close doors and windows.
Uh,
Normally, I would be
I think
catty and say you're welcome to go do that, but I don't think that's a good idea right now.
I think our best option. Does anybody, I don't know, have a magic way to kind of like try and seal us in without the mist getting in here? I don't know enough about magic for that. Is anyone able to put us in a room where it just can't leak in, or are we just going to hope that this blanket holds it off?
I got nothing
Well,
like that.
The only zone I can make is a zone of truth. But Cornelius will go over, grab out, pulling out his water skin, and soak the blankets. Make it extra airtight.
Gotcha.
Well, I think we get to play a sit and wait game now. Please do not open doors or windows again. Either this is going to go away or it's going to take all of us and then we just get to deal with it. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't want to be locked in a cage again. It's just been happening a lot more than I like lately. I think I'm going to try and get some sleep because I have a feeling things aren't going to be great. I don't know what else we can plan. If we come up with a plan, please let me know. Please, no one try and be stupid. Please. Just
Before you go to bed, Bella, everyone, I believe it might be prudent to do something a little drastic. Based on what's been going on in Zan's disappearance, it's safe to assume that this mist will make you, if it affects you and takes control, it will make you go someplace. So Cornelius will take out his rope and start tying it up like kind of loops every 5 feet. If everyone will please put their wrist in one of these. That way, in case one of us gets affected, we will wake the others. Or at the very
Alright.
least, we won't get separated.
Okay.
Bella's gonna look at Varen since she's probably made it back over the bed. Varen and the dog and be like, is this a good idea or is this just stupid?
I mean, the outcomes I see is someone breaks their wrist when someone possessed tries to make a break for it, especially you, Bella. Or someone gets dragged out with them when they hit the fog.
I think we have to have people watch if we're going to try and rest because if someone opens a door or window in here and it takes you away in that stuff, then it's going to get all of us, right? So I don't think we can do this not in like watches. I'm going to be honest with you. If it takes me and I try to like make a run for it or something, it might be a bit harder to stop me than other people. Just so you're aware.
If we're doing watches, I'll take first watch. Bella, you've been trying to sleep this entire time, so you can go ahead.
I mean, I just need enough of a rest to maybe feel a bit better. I'm fine to put my arm on the rope. I'm just letting you know what the doctor said is pretty accurate. If I go, I might take people with me very quickly if I pull on that rope and people are attached to it, just so you're aware.
In the worst case scenario, we'll all be stuck in the same location together.
All right. Bella will slip
In
her
that
arm through Cornelius's rope thing and just say, if we all go, I guess we all go at the same time, then it's fine.
To address your concern, though, I guess we could both take the same watch. The two strongest people would watch each other, and then the two weakest people watch each other. I mean not physically weak. I don't mean to say any of you are weak in any kind of battle sense. I'm sure you have plenty of spells that can leave me in shame. But aside from that, what do you think?
I think we should split our watches because, say, I'm asleep and I get it in me or something somehow and I can't resist it and I make the run, you have someone with you and not just you and me. And then if someone who can help with magic stuff might be a good idea to be on watch with people. I can't do any of that. But I don't know. I would think we would divide it up between people and try and do watches in kind of sections to where no one gets exhausted or overworked.
Isn't that what I was saying?
You said the two of us together. I was saying if I'm my thought was if we're both sleeping at the same time and say both of us for some reason it gets us in a sleep or tries to and both of us are sleeping, then we trust everyone else has to try and knock both of us down who might have the more physical muscles than they do, is what I'm worried about.
I hate
This
to
is
be
if we're
the
on
bearer of bad
separate
news
watches.
above table,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but I'm pretty sure I was the only elf in the party, which means everyone needs, which means
Beautiful.
you guys don't have enough people to do 2 to a watch because you have 4 watches.
Fuck it, I'll take the. You know what? Cornelius will take the entire watch.
No, because you need, Bella needs, let's put it this way, above table, Bella just needs a short rest. Above table, she doesn't have anything super special to recharge. I just don't want her going into pure exhaustion. So if you can just give Bella enough time to get a short rest, to get some health back. And after that, but like she has at least some rest in, and then she can take a watch while others do that, because a lot of people need long rests for certain things. And Bella doesn't currently need that right now. She just needs to get a rest in so she doesn't fall into exhaustion and then have some health back. So
Do
that would
note,
be her
even
recommendation.
with the short rests, you will, if you don't take a long rest, you will hit a level of exhaustion.
Then that's what Bella is going to do, because the other people with magic users and stuff like that are going to be more likely to need to be able to use their magic, since Bella doesn't have it. So she'll just go with the, I don't know if she got how long she slept yet, but she would say, if you can just give me an hour, like Cornelius, if you please just watch for an hour, then you go to bed, you take your full rest, and then after that, I'll finish the watch off and everybody can get up, and hopefully the mist is gone by then, and we'll go from there.
Do note, you could do
And when we
one per watch and everybody get safely through.
Oh, okay. If we can do one per watch, then just won't that work? Just one
Yeah.
per watch then?
Effectively, the long rest is 8 hours long. Each of you only needs to be asleep for 6 of those hours, leaving you with a 2-hour
Mhm.
mark. Each of you can take a watch, but you'll be alone on your watch unless you wake the dog up or Bucephalus.
The syphilis horse. Then yeah, why don't we just try to do 2-hour watches and just rotate through to where people can sleep?
Yep. You all good with that?
Sounds. Yeah,
Sounds fine.
Alrighty.
And
Cornelius,
Cornelius
did
will
you
take
still
up
want to
his.
take first?
Hmm?
Did you still want to take first, Cornelius? I don't mind.
Sure. You all get some sleep. And Cornelius will post up by the door, right in front of the door. Keep an eye on the cracks.
Then wake me
So we
for
have Varen, Cornelius, Bella, Father Dalton, CL, Junie, and Sailwind, and the dog all in this room, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess Bella's going to try and scoot over towards the wall and be like, all right, Varen, dog, come here, and be like, Selwyn, Junie, if you want to share the other bed, and then gentlemen, are you fine on the floor for like the first part until we rotate through and everybody gets a bit of the time in the bed and a bit of time on the floor? Just kind of that
I
way no
should
one wakes up sore.
point out, Salwyn and Junie aren't here.
I thought
You
you said
did
they
tell
were
him
here.
to-
No, they left when you two had the argument. They went out the door. You just looked through. That has red mist out of it.
Well,
Did they?
like I
Did
said,
they let the mist in just to try to take us down?
No, because they closed the door behind
No.
them.
the window was never closed. And like I said, I will reiterate, as a human being, I don't feel great about being mean to people, but sorry. But okay, then it doesn't matter. I mean, the theories on these beds, are they big enough for 2 people, or is it just a person and a dog?
They're full beds, so you could fit 2 people on it.
All right, then that would be Bella's recommendation, is because we have 5 of us here, so 2 people just share a bed. The dog could always share with her and Varen if Varen's fine with it, or she doesn't care. We could share beds however, but that way people aren't just trying to throw themselves on the floor, and which is not that comfortable.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Cornelius is taking the first watch. Who's taking third, fourth, second, third, and fourth?
Varen's taking second.
Okay.
Dalton can take the fourth.
I'll take the third.
Gotcha.
Bella will take the last then, or whatever one needs to be
Second.
taken.
No. Third, I think. 'Cause
Varen's
I think
second.
it's Cornelius, Varen, Bella, CL. I think. Did I get that
Dalton
right?
said he was.
Grab one.
Dalton
Dalton
did
was the
call
fourth.
third.
Oh.
Okay, who called second?
Write it
Varen.
down in chat. It's going to be easier to do it that way.
I am literally writing it down. Who called third?
I
I
did.
think that was Bella.
No,
I said
CL
Bella.
called third and
CL.
Father Dalton called fourth, was how it all broke out.
Oh, right, there are 5 of you, so there'll be 2 on at least 1 watch. That's what I'm missing. I keep thinking there's only 4. I can do math, I swear.
There.
Alrighty. So, Cornwood, what are you doing on your watch as the rest of the group settles down?
I'm going to remove my boots so I don't make too much noise as I walk from the window to the door, keeping an eye on all the cracks, checking for any leaking of red miasma.
Fair. You see no sign of it. No sign coming through the window, no sign coming through the door, no nothing.
Cornelius is just watching and waiting, hoping nothing happens, but also worrying about what happened to Xanth.
You can hear those last words she said, the "I'll be right back," the most dangerous words in situations like this playing over and over again in your head.
Last
Bucephalon
time he,
is sitting on a counter just watching you go back and forth.
the last time I heard Xanth say those words, I never saw them again, and my ring was gone.
Oh, fuck. Those would have been the last words you heard from me.
Exactly. Yes, I said it. But yeah, that's pretty much how I spend my watch. Just keep making sure nothing happens.
But nothing
Self
particularly happens during your watch, just that stress of not knowing where your ally is, multiple people having gone missing by this point, and just the pure silence from the city at large. You've been in a lot of cities, and it's never this quiet in the city. You'll get it in some of
eerie.
like the villages and whatnot when everybody's gone to bed, especially farming villages, but not this. You are in a big city. It should not be this quiet.
This is eerie as shit.
But eventually, your watch is up with nothing of note happening, and it is time to wake up Varen.
I'm going to go up to Varen and gently, like, kind of poke them in the shoulder. Varen, Varen,
Yeah, I'm awake.
right? Time for your watch.
Okay. Sleep well. And don't worry about it too much.
If something happens, don't hesitate to wake me.
You'll be the second person I wake.
At that, Cornelius will kind of head into a corner and post up.
Taking off your armor?
I kind of have to, so yeah, I'm going to start removing my armor.
Gotcha. Varen, what are you doing on your watch? As if Cornelius eventually falls asleep in the corner.
Since she has time, she'll be using detect magic to study the fog as much as she can. See if she can gain any glimmer of understanding. And to make sure it doesn't seep into the room somehow.
Alrighty. Roll me Arcana.
I'm going to use a hero point on that.
You're feeling as if this, as you're watching it through Detect Magic, getting a feel for how the magic moves, you feel just how unstable this magic is, and it does not fit with any of the known fields of magic. If you had to guess, this is a completely separate branch to the others.
Yep.
Something that will take years of proper study to really start getting a feel for it.
It is never too early to start a new project.
Yep. But you're kind of watching the fluctuations, and as you're doing it, you too hear. This time, you hear something outside, almost like a tapping, tap 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 tap. You first hear it coming from what sounds like another room, It's sharp against glass, and then it moves to another. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap.
Everyone is going to quickly close the curtains. If there is any.
There is. It takes a bit, but eventually you hear it at that window and with the party as well. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Do you do anything?
She is keeping an eye on that window, but she's not moving either, hopefully not to cast a shadow on it.
Fair. There's no real light in the room, so with everybody sleeping, so there's no way to cast a proper shadow. But soon enough, you hear it pass on, tap, 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 on the next window, as it seems to be moving along the rooms, searching for something. Until you hear it stop. It's been a constant sound, one after the other. You can hear the space in which it's moving until you don't. Can I get an intelligence check from Varen?
19.
You know a few rooms down is Xanth's room. And when it should have tapped against the glass there, the taps never came.
Fuck.
And it is at that point you hear a creak come from the hallway.
Shit.
Something
Who's the
is
nearest
there.
person to Varen?
I imagine Bella.
I mean, I thought Bella was in the bed.
I imagine Varen's just sitting on the bed.
Varen is
Varen's by
going
the
Just wait.
window.
Just,
push Bella
just
as
wait, Bella.
hard as she can and just sprint for the door and hold it shut.
You slam
I don't even think.
into the door. Everybody, having been in this kind of on edge state, immediately snaps to as Bella gets shoved and then Varen slamming into the door.
I'm gonna say as soon as Varen shoved Bella, she would have just flown up and started following Varen, like very just fast.
I need
It's
an
time to
acrobatics
go.
check
I
from
don't-
Bella.
Yeah. See how much the dice like me.
You do have
You
a
go
You know what?
from a
+4 if you want to.
No, I
D3.
have an MVP.
Okay.
I'm going to use that just because I've said I use these, so I'm going to. Is that a rerolled advantage thing
Yes, reroll with
with
advantage.
MVP?
As Bella is up, rolls onto their feet, up against, they hit the door maybe seconds after Varen holding it steady, and then you'll hear the screams come from the other side of the door as things start to pound on the other side. These unholy screams that seem to dig into your very soul. It sounds like there's multiple of them. You hear constant pounding.
Well, I'm assuming that wakes up Cornelius. Everything
You were
that's
waking up
happening.
after the other two hit the door. You're already waking up.
I grab hold of my sword and shield and rush to the door to help out.
Came in through the open window.
God,
He's snapping at
damn
them
it.
all.
CL, Father Dalton, can you make sure that the window in this room isn't opening, please? She's kind of gritting her teeth, trying to help hold the door.
I go check.
You see there the mist outside is shifting angrily, moving this way and that way as if in a gale.
Can I use Mage Hand? If the window's open, can I use Mage Hand to close it?
The window's not open.
Oh, it's not open? Okay.
No, you can just see it moving through the window.
The window is
It's
open,
going
so
through the
it's
window.
open.
It is not coming through the window.
You said it was going through the window.
You can see it through the window as it's glass.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I touched my passing. Never mind.
More concerningly,
I
the
suppose-
blinds have been, or the curtains have been slammed back open, so you can see through. Varen's the only one that's going to know that's a problem, though. And Varen's currently looking the wrong way. But another interesting thing, Cornelius, as you're
Yes.
looking, and not Cornelius, Father Dalton, as you're looking through the window, you notice something else. As the torrential winds seem to be slapping the mist around, you see that in the mist there are eyes. Hundreds of eyes watching through the window.
The window
I
is on
close
the
it.
opposite side of the door, right? Like
Opposite side of the room.
but so Cornelius would probably be bracing the door with his back. So would he be facing the window right now?
No.
Oh.
I didn't realize we ended up in the Lovecraft world, so that's nice. I'm glad that we're ended up
Oh.
with Eldritch horrors where we are.
Yep. Big
I
Daddy
was like,
Cthulhu was
I
going
know
on.
that everyone signed up for a little bit of Eldritch horror because it's kind of in the contract when I'm around. But holy shit!
Say Thal's not here. How much Eldritch horror are we supposed to expect without Thal?
The more the merrier.
So, dear Father Dalton, what are you going to do about those as they watch you through the window?
I use main hand to close the curtains.
Varen, you hear the curtains being shut. Or opened. When you turn to look, they're being closed.
Did you open them in the first place?
No, I didn't. But there's like 1,000 eyes looking in from outside.
Dalton, there's one last thing you see before you manage to fight the window, or the curtains closed. A massive hand slams against the glass, shaking it, and cracks form. You also notice it only has 4 fingers instead of the natural 5 of a human.
Oh, what the hell did we end up in?
That would probably get some people's attention, right?
Yeah.
I look over at Bella. Do you have this door?
Yeah, I think, right?
It is starting to crack.
Bella's going to fuck if it's really starting to crack.
It's not
Glance,
cracking
I
in the
guess,
way
over.
it's about to go. You can see cracks in the wood starting to form.
Yeah, Bella's, I think, just gonna look at Father Dalton and say, I think you should get your rope and tie us all together. This door's not gonna hold no matter what we do.
Yeah,
And
can I
the
work fast and
quick,
get us all tied and connected?
The only one that's hard to really tie is the dog, as they are currently using their teeth to try to drag the bed.
Why are they trying to drag the bed?
They're trying to drag it towards the door.
Racing.
Oh,
windows
perfect.
cracking. Yeah, can Bella just tell the dog, honey, I think we have to just all get together. I can hold you, but the window's breaking and so is the door. I don't think the bed's gonna stop it.
There are 2 beds.
She's just gonna really quick and be like, all right, quick call. We can either try and use the bed to block the window and a bed to block the door, and then try and add in that might stop some mist, the mattresses, against window and against door real quick.
I say
and then
block the window.
we have to block the door too. The door's breaking. Start with the window. You and Father Dalton and CL and Varen and I will try and hold this. Varen, if you want to help the dog, I can hold the door. I don't want to let the door go right now.
You're probably the only one holding up. I'm not doing much help. I can help the dog.
Oh, you're doing great.
I'm gonna brace my shield against the door, just trying to block the hold
Right.
off the cracking.
I'm gonna give a bardic to Bella.
Gotcha. I need an athletics from Bella with advantage due to Cornelius' help. Then if anybody's trying to move a bed, I need athletics from y'all with advantage from the help from the dog. And I also, are you using inspiration, the bardic on that, Bella?
I mean, if I really would hope, you know what? Sure, I don't know. I was hoping that the 18 will hold, but let's just be
It might,
safe
but I have
and
to
make
ask
it a
before,
20.
you know.
Nope, let's just. I know. I'm nervous. We'll just make it a 20.
As you
Add a
feel it
D4
is
to it.
slamming in hard, it is Father Dalton's help that keeps the door from going.
I feel like you're confusing Father Dalton and Cornelius a lot here.
Father Dalton's just the one that did guidance, wasn't it?
I'm no.
It was
I,
Yeah, I
Bardic,
don't
but
have guidance.
it was
Oh,
Bardic.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
It's the Bardic that helps. Cornelius, you're
Okay.
helping as well, but it's the Bardic that gets them over.
Oh, thank God.
You gave the advantage, is what you gave, and then whoever's doing the athletics to move the bed to the window gets advantage because of the dog's help. So
Yep.
I don't know if CL's helping or not, but CL might be an athletic person.
Yep. But
Sure,
it's
I can. I'll
go ahead
say
and roll that athletics. You have advantage from the
You have
dog.
advantage. Roll again.
there we go.
Better.
A 10.
You don't get the bed frame moved, but y'all get the mattress up and pressed against the window, and the dog is just kind of shoulder checking the mattress into place as you hear more cracks come from the other side. And things continue like this for 2 long hours for the rest of Varen's normal watch, as y'all are pressed, getting pushed back and back, but y'all are holding. After about 2 hours, suddenly, as if something happened on the other side, but nothing you know, everything goes dead silent.
I just growl through gritted teeth silently. Why did it get so quiet?
Right? I feel like that's more terrifying than all the noise because for hours it's just been doing that and now nothing. I'm just kind of trying to whisper what is happening.
Has the door cracked enough that there's like I can see through it?
No.
Is there like one of those old style keyholes on this door?
No.
I'm going to gesture to Varen and Father Dalton, who are probably holding up that mattress, to kind of like let it down a little bit, just so we can see the outside.
Do we want to risk it?
I'm at my limit here. I think I'm at my limit here. We need to know if we're in the clear or not.
Let me just take a peek. I'll just like kind of pull the mattress forward just a little bit and peek behind it. Can I see anything out of the window?
I need a wisdom save. As CL, your mind shatters, and he hits the ground like a puppet with his strings cut.
Oh, what the fuck?
Someone grab this so I can look at him.
The CL, you're
I move
taking
over.
about 70 psychic damage.
I look at Bella. You got the door?
Did he just die? And
I
yeah, I
don't
have the door.
know.
I'm on the
Wait.
door. I haven't left the door. I don't know what to say. I'm not leaving it.
Cornelius goes over to help prop up the mattress so Varen can take a look at the seal.
Varen, you can see CL is babbling on the floor. They seem to be speaking in tongues.
Hells. Okay, how many fucking healing points can I spend at once? You go charisma mod 4 of these. And it's 17 points of healing.
So CL has 17 HP. While CL does seem to wake up, there is nothing going on upstairs right now.
He'll live, but I think he's going to be out for a while. I don't know if I can fix this. I don't have the potions or tools to deal with this kind of trauma.
What kind of
Right,
evil
so-
hells are we have we been brought into?
Can I get an Arcana check from Varen? Or
Is that a hero
religion,
point?
whichever one you want.
Arcana. 18.
You vaguely remember reading about instances like this where there are some creatures, they're not well documented, but there are some documentation of creatures whose gaze or presence, nobody's entirely sure how they do it, but it does significant damage to the mind, tearing it apart by the thought by thought. People do sometimes recover, but the lesser folk will literally have their entire their selves ripped out of them and shredded, leaving them more as husks, babbling husks, than anything else, which is similar to what CL is currently going through, but it looks like CL's still somewhat cognizant. Just not enough to make any sense at the moment, but likely will recover.
He'll live. He's going to be incoherent for the next while, but he'll live. Don't look through the window.
So, what does the party want to do for the rest of the night?
Is the door safe to get up from, or
You don't hear any more pounding from the other side, so as safe as you think it might be. It's all quiet now.
Ella is very slowly going to try and get up from the door and just very lightly move away from it to see if it's fine, and just look at Cornelius and just say, Cornelius, just watch the door for a second. And she wants to go pick up CL and fully place him in a bed that we
Okay.
don't have. So,
I
like,
think
put
you'll
him
have
as
one of
comfortable
them.
as we can make.
I think you'll only move
Okay, well,
the one to the window, so I think you'll
just
have the
one.
other one.
Okay. Yeah, then we'll put, she'll put him in the other one and kind of just maybe look at Varen and be like, can you move the blankets? I'll just put him right underneath. We'll tuck him in. Maybe he'll be fine in the morning.
I'll take care of him. I do suggest if you have pittons or nails in someone's bag, spike the mattress to the wall. That way we don't have to hold it up all time. I don't know if it's day or night anymore.
Oh, up against the window. Well, if I am not on watch quite yet and I try and sleep more, I feel like if I sit down and lean up against it, it should be relatively stable. But I think you have to go to sleep because you need sleep so you get better. I think CL was about to do watch, so why don't you and Cornelius go to sleep? Father Dalton's already cozy. I respect that. And I'll take CL's watch. And then I'll wake up Dalton in a while. Maybe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I honestly I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep at all. So I will be taking remainder watches as well. And Cornelius will start putting back on his armor. Matter of factly,
Bella's just
this
gonna put
place
her
is
hand on you
hell.
and say, "Hey, listen, I know that we're all worked up, and I get that, but if you don't try and get some sleep, you're gonna be really shitty in a fight, and I don't want to deal with that, and I don't think we're getting out of one. So why don't you just go lay down and try? It'll be all right. just your best option is to try and sleep. Clear your mind, do some meditation. I don't know, think of naked women, whatever it is you do to try and unwind. Don't take it too far, please. You're in a room with people. And then just go that route. And I promise I'll wake you up if it's needed. But you gotta try and rest, or else you're gonna be worthless. You can
Very
sleep
well.
next to me. I'd be willing to bet that the pup will give you a cuddle. She's quite nice. She tries to sleep on your head every now and again. If she does, I'll just kind of slide off you. She's warm.
While I appreciate the offer, I will take it. Because frankly, this place sucks. I could
This
I
is
could use
a
some dog counseling.
I'll just kind of glance at the dog and be like, "You want to go give little Cornelius a bit of a cuddle? He's having a rough time, right? Maybe give him a little therapy, love."
There's a booth, and they dash at Cornelius, taking him to the ground.
You're looking at Bella, you just see her smile. I'm just kind of mumble, "She's such a good girl. So proud."
Cornelius will give the scritches.
You are now flattened by dog.
That is fine.
But the rest of the night passes without too much trouble. You don't hear anything moving around except for the periodic creak of the wood in the hallway. But during the fourth watch, y'all are going to need a little bit longer, so y'all are going to need to sleep in to avoid the exhaustion due to being up for about 2 hours in the middle of things. But during the fourth watch, you'll start to hear things moving around downstairs. The clinking of glass, sizzling of bacon, people talking.
I fucking hate this place. I hate this place so much.
Cornelius will get up and kind of like head over to the mattress. If I fall, please catch me. I'd rather not get a contusion on my head. And he's gonna peek around.
Are you looking through the window?
Yes.
You see the sun is shining.
Are there people in the streets?
Yep.
Everyone will
Bella's
see
going straight
Cornelius.
to the
Okay.
door. I was just gonna say, Bella's just gonna, as soon as you don't follow you open the window or the curtain, look behind the mattress, Bella's just gonna walk straight to the door and walk out to try and go check on the room that Xanth disappeared from.
You see the door is closed, but it's easy enough to open, and the window is open as well. But nothing else stands out to you.
Oh, great. We've lost Xanth.
Yeah. Nothing else there. All right, then I think everyone will just see Bella poke her head back in the room and be like, right, Varen, is CL alive, better, worse, same?
He'll live, but he still needs time to recover. I do suggest if we leave, we go through the window, because we have trashed this room. And by the sounds of it, no one's noticed what the heck just went on.
There's also
I'm gonna
something
go get
else
us
you
some.
notice as you're saying that. The cracks in the door are gone.
Is the mattress still pinned to the wall?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, did anyone actually have pinions and nails and stuff
Pittance.
to attach to the wall?
You
I'm
had
assuming someone
Bella
has an
up
engineering
against it.
bag.
I see. You also had Bella's like 7 foot tall body sitting and leaning up against the mattress the whole time.
So we didn't
Wait.
really attach it to the wall, like drive holes into
No.
it.
No.
So we could just remake the room.
Yep, sounds like it. Bella is just gonna add, right, I've still got money on me. I'm gonna go get us breakfast for everybody. We're gonna need that. Varen, I'm gonna let you and I don't know what Father Dalton or Cornelius know about medical stuff. I would normally say we'd ask Xanth, but Xanth isn't here. I'll get us breakfast. We need to decide what to do with CL. I don't know if that means we need to take him up to medical, but we're gonna go down in that manhole, and we're gonna try and find Xanth and hopefully Sailwind and Junie. And I will give Sailwind my apologies when we find her. And then she's just gonna walk away before anybody can respond to go order food.
Cornelius will start donning his armor.
Just so we're clear, we did get a long rest out of this. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a little while longer while Bella is downstairs dealing with things. That Ciel, you start coming to. You don't know where you are. Your mind is foggy. You're having trouble putting two thoughts together, but you're starting to get moving again.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna just rest until I feel like I can figure things out.
So you feel like a real person again.
Right.
Effectively.
Like a real boy.
Your Pinocchio
But
symptoms
it's not
have gone
long
away.
before Bella is back with breakfast. They've got waffles, they've got eggs, they've got sausage, they've got toast, they've got biscuits, they've got grits, they've got porridge. They got lots of things.
Bacon, I feel like this party eats a fair amount of meat. Carb and protein heavy people. So she would have made sure to get that.
Fair.
And coffee if they had it. And probably tea, because Varen seems like a tea drinker.
Fair, yeah, you can get on.
Cornelius will eat with noticeable quickness, like not all with like the decorum you would normally see from a noble.
I mean, it's Cornelius, so I don't think anybody's surprised.
Yeah.
Well,
Most you
normally
get is
he would
Bella.
eat.
That's the most you get is Bella be like, I don't know, are you trying to choke so the doctor has to give you resuscitation before we head out? Or you want to just take your time there?
I'd like to get moving as quickly as possible if you don't mind. So normally I would eat a lot more grace, but we don't have the time.
Well, we also have CL who's woken up some. We need to make sure that our party person is able to function, so I don't think we should speed through things. I'm guessing we have until dark when things go to complete shit again to get Xanth, Sailin, and Junie back. So I think we have, what, did it stay light here for about almost 12 hours yesterday before the mist came in? Was about how long we had? Maybe 14 hours? Anybody remember?
If I recall, and I think it was mentioned to Cornelius, the time structure of this place, because I think doesn't this place have like 2 moons and 2 suns?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, no, if I recall, it's actually double that. Looking outside, can I tell what time it is right now?
Time's a little hard to tell, but it looks like decently early morning.
Are the
Well,
the
not at this
nights though
point,
are
it's-
shorter than the
They're about
are the
the
nights
times
shorter than the
seem on
days?
average. They seem to be the right pairing. It's just going by celestial bodies. It's hard to tell exactly how the timing goes for y'all.
It was explained to Cornelius, though, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, to a degree. But it's hard to guess exactly. Your best bet is y'all are probably somewhere around 10 a.m.
Well, I wouldn't really be guessing. I would remember. Like
You didn't get it
everything
in
and
exact, is the problem.
Oh, damn it.
So you're guesstimating somewhere between 9 and 10.
So with Cornelius's guesstimate of time, are we assuming that we have about 12 hours before the mist comes back in again? Is that how like the
Yeah,
assumption is
just
kind of
about.
following?
Maybe a
Alright.
little bit less.
We know exactly where
Somewhere between 10 and 12.
okay, we know. All right, we know exactly where we're going, which is about an hour away from here to get to the manhole since we don't have Sylvan and Junie to tell us where the other one is. So we know we need an hour to get there. So yeah, Bella would say, I don't know, we can safely assume we got 10 hours to get to that manhole, get down, or when we yeah, if we could safely bet that we have 10 hours minimum, I would say maybe we round up and assume hour walk. Makes it 11 hours. We probably have 10 hours once we're in there before things go to shit. And my thought on it is if it gets to night again and we don't have this stuff figured out, then it is what it is at that point, right? Can't really spend every night just sitting here screaming in horror as things try to kill us.
No, we can't. We need to move on. Get this done quick. We're at the point where we have to brute force this stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you. And that definitely makes sense. I think that's probably what we can do. I guess we can follow the old military saying that I always was told: in the absence of orders, go find something and kill it. Smile and give the dog some sausage.
They also steal some of Cornelius's eggs.
That's fair. Is CL able to eat right now? Like, to kind of help them, or I don't
Yeah, they
know
need
what
a little
CL's
bit of help, but
is.
as time is continuing to pass, they are quickly regaining their sense of self. They still seem out of it to a degree, but after about an hour, he's mostly functional again.
All right. CL, you seem like you have a brain back again, right? Do you remember how to get to that manhole cover so we can go down below and just murder our way until we find who we're looking for?
I think I remember. Do I remember, CC?
Yes.
Yes. I remember how to get back there.
Most of your foggy memories take place over the night, where things are a little not connected. But you remember the day before just fine.
Okay. So I remember everything that happened before them peeking behind the mattress.
You remember leading up to when the mists first rolled in. After that, things become very disconnected and uncertain.
Well, I can definitely get us back to the manhole.
Do note, CL, you do
Okay.
have the effects of a long rest, so you're back at full health.
Oh, shoot.
Well, the dog is going to come with us today. Is that all right, girl? I'm just kind of ask
Tippy
the dog.
tappies.
I was gonna say, because I don't know if we're going to be coming back here tonight, so I guess we just should make sure that things, I don't know, do we think we should bring our stuff with us in case, like, we don't come back here tonight, right? Like, grab any of Xant's stuff that might be around?
We should
Grab
take everything.
anything we can carry, I say.
We need to find Xanth.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that, and Selwyn and Junie, and I did say that I would give Selwyn an apology. I was upset. And she is gonna look at Cornelius and kind of walk up and sit down. I think Cornelius is sitting. I don't know if Cornelius is sitting or standing, but she's gonna just kind of walk up and look him in the eyes and go, right. The whole mushy feely stuff isn't what I like to do, but are you going to be okay when you go in there? I'm fine to go kill a bunch of stuff, but you've had a pretty rough go mentally. Your friends, right? You're going to be all right. You're not going to try and murder your way through the streets because that's just going to get us arrested. And you have that thing on you. Xanth told us you've got like a tracker.
Bang, 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 bang. You'll hear at the
I was
door.
gonna say, did we lose? Oh, I had a lost Raven. We heard banging at the door.
Yes.
I guess deep breath. Bella will go just open it, but have her foot behind it to where it can't be pushed like past it. You know what I mean?
You see, there's a guard on the other side. Good morning.
Morning, officer.
Have you seen
Morning,
the
officer.
doctor known as Varen?
I do know the doctor known as Varen. How might I help you?
We are in need of their services. Can you point us to their location?
Yeah, they left about an hour ago to make their way up to the library.
Thank you very much. That means they're near medical. That
Right.
should make things more simple. He's going to turn and leave.
Can I ask what they need to do? Excuse me, sir. What do they need to do at medical? They just helped me there yesterday. What do they need to do today?
One of their patients attacked a
I'm
few
their
people
patient.
last night. They were brought into medical.
Right. I'll make sure that we go get them right up to medical. We'll have them there real quick for you, okay?
We'll most likely get to the library first. Stay safe.
Thank you, sir. Then just shut the door and wait until she no longer hears the guard moving around outside.
I feel at this point my armor's on, right?
Yeah.
Are we sitting at a table?
I think y'all are still up in the room.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
there an end table
those are-
nearby?
Yeah.
There is a solid forehead thump as Farron just whacks her head on it. It's like, fuck.
How high up are we?
Hello,
Just out of curiosity.
second
Like in-
floor.
Second floor, yeah.
How high was that?
Probably about 10, 12 feet.
I really want to do this.
You just gonna jump out the window?
I really want to. I really, really want to.
I thought Bella just told you don't be a psychopath going through the streets and draw a bunch of attention. You're like, I'm gonna go jump out the window.
We all heard
Bella's
that,
gonna
right?
Yeah. They were just at the door. He wasn't trying to be quiet.
Baron, we're gonna have to go on and get you up, because I think we know where Xanth is, right? I think we figured that out pretty well. Did anybody see if in this town if there's like carriages or faster ways to travel than by foot or running?
Most people move by foot. It seems you haven't seen it. The streets don't seem wide enough, really. You have the main streets, but there's too many people on them.
And I guess Bella's just gonna say, right, are we ready then? Should we just all go ahead and head up there? Everybody's had food, everybody's rested. Might as well go see what Xanth did or didn't do last night.
As soon as you mentioned leaving, Cornelius immediately heads right for the door.
Bella's just gonna stand right in front of Cornelius and say, again, Cornelius, I just said, I know you've gone through a lot, but let's not be going over the top. And they asked specifically for the doctor. So we have to make sure that the doctor's the one who shows up and does all the talking, right?
Cornelius takes a deep breath through the nose. Varen, as he asks in that very nice, noble way, you know, the kind of like they're about to ask you something.
There is a very noticeable eye twitch.
Same with Bella, just
Wait, what the fuck happened? My headset dipped off. Well, why the eye twitch?
Cornelius is being
Cornelius is
Cornelius.
doing
He's
the-
about to ask something that's going to annoy everybody.
He's gone all noble.
in a very noble way.
Remind me, how fast can you move?
About as fast as most people.
Mm-hmm. Good, then should have no problem keeping up. And I'm gonna try to slip past Bella.
Bella is going to just keep towering over you and be like, right, I'm trying my best to not have another moment like I had with Sailwind last night because I can recognize that every now and again when I get a little bit angry, maybe I say some not nice things. Sometimes I do some even less nice things. We need to be a group and work together, which means we don't go fucking taking off and opening windows by ourselves or running off on our own or doing these things. Once again, they ask for the doctor. So we get to follow the doctor and carry the doctor's medical bags and do whatever the doctor needs. And maybe this time we don't let Father Dalton get put in a fucking room with toys, right? We try and stay together for once. That way we don't all just go off on our own and die or murder everyone or have our fucking brains melted. Maybe.
Then can we go? You could see Cornelius is pretty much like is very eager to get the hell out of this room.
Did you ask if CL and everyone else was okay to move again? Remember, CL had a bit of some incident happen last night, and we have to make sure the doctor is ready to leave.
I should be good to go.
A good one, CL. That just be like, Varen, are you ready? Do we need to bring anything for you?
I can carry most of my stuff. I'll be fine. You might want to carry Zant's stuff though.
Right. Cornelius, do you want to grab Xant's stuff out of your guys' room and we'll all kind of head up there together?
Very well. And
You know that
Cornelius will.
smile so you know that smile people do where they're like grinding their teeth as they're smiling type of thing? That's the smile that Bella
Oh,
gives.
Cornelius has the
this
exact
guy.
same smile.
Mhm.
Cornelius has the exact same smile. He's already lost his retainers, and now the other person he knows is gone and done something crazy and might be hurt or anything. He's not having a good day.
Oh, get it. Once Cornelius, I guess, goes, Bella will just ask, Father, Doctor, TL, good girl, did we want to go together? Go ahead and head on up there then.
That's probably for the best.
Right.
I mean-
I say we. Mhm.
I was going to say, you told them I was at the library. It might be best if I get ahead of you a ways.
I don't think you will. I think what we might have to do is you say, "Oh, I ended up coming back, and on our walk, we just kind of met you." I said that because I kind of feared they were going to arrest you for some reason. I don't know. I just have word. This place is weird, right?
No, I thought the exact same thing when they came at the door. Actually, first thing I thought is they were here for Cornelius.
Yeah, that was my first thought too, to be honest with you. So
And second thought was when they said my name, someone put an investigation on for me. But we're safe so far. But yeah, it's
yeah,
best to go.
right. Yeah,
Quicker
we're
the better.
about an hour. What is it? About an hour to get up to the medical almost. It's a little less, right? Because it's before the library. We remember how to get there. So yeah, I vote we just say that maybe you just tell them, oh, you changed your mind and you forgot your wallet, or I don't know, you forgot glasses or
I
something.
got caught up at a stall. That way I didn't actually arrive at the library, and you met me on the way to medical.
I love it. Just don't mention that it was a store with like a really, really large, strong looking fella. That's a blacksmith. I'm pretty sure if he remembers me, he thinks that I am a serial killer. So just don't say it was that one.
That's fair. I wouldn't do anything at a blacksmith anyways. Doesn't matter, I'll make something up on the fly if they ask about that.
Right. Okay then. Why don't we go ahead and head out? Hopefully the loud one hasn't gone running off trying to do something just to get arrested, because I'm thinking if he goes barging up there by himself, the guards are going to assume that what happened to Zent was she escaped his evil clutches and now he's come to try and hurt her, and then they're gonna like kill him on the spot. So
They
might be
could
good to
fucking
avoid that.
try.
Says the guy who got taken out in the first fight.
I had
Sorry.
no armor on and no access to my powers.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. It was just I had to, but yeah, Bella's ready if everyone else is.
Cornelius comes back with just whatever the hell they have left in that room, bundled up under his arms.
Cornelius,
Yes.
their bag is gone.
So all their stuff is gone?
All their stuff is gone.
Okay, then in that case, Cornelius comes back empty-handed, like, right, so apparently she took all her stuff when she got taken, or whatever the hell happened last night.
Well, we'll hope she has it then. Quick feet make for a fast pace. Let's get moving. We've wasted enough
My
time.
thoughts exactly.
Bella's just gonna whisper down to Varen, since Varen's much shorter than Bella. Do you kind of ever want to see if they arrest him and try and put him being a trafficker and abuser to Xanth and just kind of watch that unfold and see if it takes him down a couple pegs?
As much as I would love to, we do not have the time to do that. We need every asset we have right now.
And I don't want it to actually happen, but it is kind of nice to imagine.
It's best not to dwell on those thoughts too long. Imagining nasty things happening to people is not a good mindset to have, Bella.
You can just
You're absolutely
feel
no
the
fun,
love for
Doctor.
Cornelius.
Walking, I was just gonna say you had no fun. Just kind of start walking off and be like, right, I guess we're all heading out. Glance at the dog. So make
Dog
their
gives a
way to
boof.
this medical.
Is there anything the rest of the party is up to as y'all are walking? Because it is a long walk.
Bella's
Baron
keeping an
is
eye on
keeping,
Cornelius. Oh,
and
sorry.
Cornelius
Baron's
is
keeping an eye
walking
on
with
Ciel.
purpose.
Anything from Father Dalton or Ciel?
Father Dalton just follows the group heading over to this hospital, though he does mainly keep to himself so he doesn't anger the gods like last time.
CL is the same. CL does the same.
Alrighty. It takes a good bit of walking before y'all do eventually see medical in the distance. How would y'all like to go about going in?
1 second.
And I do need a perception check before y'all do.
From everybody?
We're
A
going in.
16 or a
Bella
0.
is
Thank God it was a 16.
going to default to whatever the doctor wants. By the way, that feels like a common rule for me.
Okay. Putting funny things in chat. Especially when I need to talk.
Never change, Bella. Never change.
Alrighty. I think I need... Father Dalton, are you rolling? Or are you just keeping your head down?
Keeping my head down.
Gotcha. Varen, as you are walking, this is before y'all get to medical, you catch a scent on the wind. The scent of copper. The scent of blood.
Blood.
I was associated iron with copper. Only with blood.
It's a coppery feel in the back of your throat. Where from?
It seems to be coming from off to your right.
We might have an issue. There's blood on the air coming from the alley. Someone want to back me up while I look.
Right behind you. Because apparently we can't go anywhere without you.
Bella's just gonna grind her teeth. Just be like, I'll go with you, doctor. And Cornelius, if you really want to get into medical before the doctor does, please, by all means, go ahead. No one will stop you.
You can see he is tempted, but he's not that stupid.
Part of me wants to move for you to make a wisdom save to see if you are.
You know what? Let's see.
Makes sense. I mean,
I think with a 15 I would make it.
Fair. But as you head down the road, Varen, the scent gets stronger and stronger as you realize It's not a little bit of blood. It's a lot. As you find, the area is cordoned off by the guard. As there are 2 guards standing in front of the alley you want to go down.
Yeah, no, we're moving on. Not getting in trouble with that. I can suspect what's happened there.
You see somebody stops to talk to the guard. They don't seem too particularly bothered by the person, but they are not letting anyone past at the moment.
Yes, but skulking at a crime scene draws attention.
Yep.
Especially when you have someone here who's currently wearing an ankle monitor.
Fair.
Exactly my thought. But I can guess what happened there.
So y'all are continuing on to the
Medical area.
medical?
Yeah.
It takes a while to get there, but y'all do arrive without too much trouble.
Was there a guard at the gate last time? Or the entrance, I should say.
No. There is now, though.
Okay.
There's 4 of them.
Well,
And that's just outside.
yeah.
And they
I'll
don't
walk
look
right up to the
near as
doors
lax
then.
as they did yesterday, either.
No, I don't suspect they would. But up to the entrance.
Halt! Who are you?
Van Feldium.
Oh, the doctor we sent for. Come with us. There's 2 guards immediately flank you.
My companions permitted to follow.
Not at this time. They will need to remain outside.
I typically always go everywhere with the doctor. Porter, carry all
Non-negotiable.
their things.
You will need to remain outside. Doctors only allowed in medical at the moment. Too much of a risk. And no offense, ma'am. If you get infected, a lot of people are going to die. So please, stay here.
Can you give us just a moment before you take the doctor real quick? I'd appreciate that. I'd like to just discuss something with my employer.
They look to Varen.
Won't take long.
There's
These
a
trails
nod.
are always short.
Right. Just gonna pull over towards like the whole party, kind of bring everyone together and be like, right, CL has magical walkie-talkies, right, in your brain. CL, do you think now is the time to, can you do that? I don't know how you feel after last night, but maybe if the doctor's gonna be gone, maybe you can get into our heads and send messages.
Sure, I can do that. I'll establish a link with Baron and Bella and Father Dalton.
You can still see the flashes of red. Do you want to do Father Dalton?
No, I better do
Cornelius? 'Cause that's literally the only other person here.
Or you could pick the dog.
Both.
Choosing the dog over Cornelius. Now that would be just straight up fucked up.
It is a very smart dog. You might be able to communicate.
That would be very fucked up.
Because there's no communicating with Cornelius at all.
Poor Cornwood, just ooh.
Shots
can
fired.
feel-
At least we're here for the burn ointment.
It's a
God
good thing you have a
damn.
doctor in hand. One that deals with the burn
Where's
ward
the aloe
quite
vera?
often.
Yeah, Cornelius, what were we saying?
I was saying, where's the aloe vera?
But CL, who do you want to target?
those 3.
Cornwood,
Bella.
Varen, and Bella.
Yeah.
Alright.
And I'm gonna roll back.
Alrighty.
Keep
So
a
you managed
careful
to-
eye on the link. Sorry, Stacey, I'm just going to override real quick. Keep a careful eye on the link Because if you have any feedback, cut it immediately.
I plan to.
Seal, as you're forming the bond, it feels very ginger. Fragile is the word I'm looking for. You don't feel the normal strength in your abilities you normally have.
Can I tell us because I'm kind of weak, or is it something interfering?
You get the feeling you're mentally weaker than you normally would be, and you think it may be ramifications of whatever happened last night. You're not entirely sure what happened last night, but with how off you've been this morning, you think it's something to do with that. It's gonna work, but it doesn't feel as strong as it normally would. So you're thinking you might want to stick to shorter lines when you're trying to communicate. Long conversations might start to fail.
Okay. I'll relay that thought to the 3 people that I'm linked with. Just it's not as strong as it was yesterday. So just keep the conversation short.
I will say to Ciel in their head, since hopefully no one can eavesdrop on this, you know. If this is the same, and ask, is it do they think this might be the same kind of quarantine that Ciel and Bella went through?
CL, you immediately have a problem because it sounds like Cornwood is yelling in your brain.
Can you whisper, please? I don't know if it.
Think you're hungover as all hell. You've had a weekend bender. You're really not holding up well on that Monday morning, and some kid comes out. Hello, I'm here to make your day horrible. That's kind of what Cornelia sounds like right now.
Ouch.
Yeah, I'm not sure the answer to your question, Cornelius, but let's let Baron do her thing.
God damn, Bella.
You made the character Raven. You're going to get shot at all campaign.
I'm aware of this and I accept it.
You dug your grave, you made your coffin, and now you're gonna lay in it while the party buries your ass.
Bring it. Bring it on. By the end of this, y'all love Cornholio.
But Varen, you gonna be heading in?
Yeah. No point wasting time.
You get brought in alone, away from the rest of your group who are told to remain outside, including the dog, who is a little unhappy to see you go. But you are flanked by guards, and when you get in, there's about 6 more just in the lobby. As you get brought down the hallway, there is one every 40 feet. This place is armed to the teeth with guards. As you are brought into a similar room that you were in the day before, as you see an exhausted doctor individual. Blood stains their scrubs. You hear the
So it's
door
bad
lock
then.
behind you. That's one way to put it. Do you have any idea where your patient was last night?
No. I don't.
Anything out of the ordinary for him?
Last I saw, she went to her room.
They rub their brow. And then they reach out and hit one of the symbols on the front of the desk as you see a room come into focus. Xanth is currently in the corner, kind of crouched, muttering. They are also coated in blood, mostly around their hands, chest, and face.
Fuck. You didn't think to clean the patient.
They've attacked 3 individuals once we've tried. We're hoping you would be better suited to do so. You're a familiar face.
CC, you might want to pause recording for a second.
Oh, okay. One moment, please. All right, we're back. We lost a person, now we found him. But yeah, Varen, how do you react to that?
Distance spells, prestidigitation. You didn't think just to clean her up, just in case she's cut and the wounds don't get infected.
She's not hurt. We checked over once we brought her in, but she attacked after that point. And magic seems to have an odd effect on her at the moment. It seems to drive her into a frenzy. You think you'd be able to get her to sit down long enough to clean her up?
I can try.
Don't risk
Wouldn't be
yourself
the first
unneededly.
aggressive patient.
We don't know where she keeps getting the knife either.
Won't be the first time I've been stabbed treating a patient either. Okay, I'll go in.
There's a nod. Be careful, there's about 20 dead at this point. If you see anything strange, back out immediately.
I'm well aware of procedures of mentally unstable patients, thank you.
Just giving you the warning. You are allowed to leave, and the guards lead you very deep into the area. Takes you 10 minutes going through winding passageways before they arrive at the room. There are 10 guards outside.
Okay, let me in.
There's a nod, and they press on a section of the wall, and it slides open as they immediately level their spears in case Xanth comes sprinting out, but not enough where Xanth would be able to see from inside. leaving you room to move forward.
Varen, just so you're aware, Varen has taken off anything that could be used as a weapon.
Gotcha. You hear from one of the guards, "We'll stay out here in case you need help. If we go in, there's likely gonna go into a frenzy again. You good at that?"
I can hold my own in a fight.
They nod and move out of your way.
Varen will step in the room and
The
close
door
the door
immediately
behind her.
closes behind you.
They wasted no time.
As you can hear the muttering continue.
Varen will step into the top of Xanth's vision, because I'm guessing that they are looking at the floor.
No, they are not looking at the floor. They're looking around.
Xanth, are you coherent?
I'm double checking something real quick.
Xanth is just straight up mad hattering right now.
Ugh, okay. Oh, so we're back to that stage in our life. Perfect.
Should I?
Do you have a knife?
Varen?
No.
Oh,
Cece, do I have a knife?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Varen, the moment you come into the room, Xanth's back is against the wall and she's got a knife pointed at you. You see no recognition in her eyes.
see. I'm here to help you. And Varen will stand there, arms out to the sides, palms wide open.
I just want my brother. I just want my brother. I just want my brother. Go away.
Oh
Not
no.
until I can clean the blood off of you. Then possibly you could see him.
He locks dead on you. You know where that Zenrith is.
I didn't understand what you said.
She asked if you know where Zenrith is.
I don't, but that is for my own safety.
You see that she seems to back more into the wall.
Out of curiosity, has Varen been keeping the rest of the group appraised of the situation through the mental link?
No, because she's saving that for an emergency.
Yeah.
And short sentences. Because someone is overstimulated at the moment.
Okay. What about Abigail? Where's Abby?
Don't know either. Like I said, I don't know anyone, don't know where anyone you would know are for my own safety.
Are you with them?
I am a neutral party. I am here to help you.
Oh, that's what they always fucking say.
Oh shit.
Are you going to acquiesce so I can help you?
Help? The last time one of you fuckers came near us, Abby almost ended up in a fucking middle of a ritual circle. Bullshit, you're here to help.
And if I were to give you some cloths to clean yourself up, would you then? I won't come near you.
You can kick him over here.
And Vern will. I'm guessing Vern came in with a bucket of water, well, sterile water and some cloths to help.
You can see some set out along the side because they were trying to get it done, but Xanth kept jumping people.
Varen, Xanth doesn't take her eyes off of you, but start is like literally eyes locked on you as she's starting to clean off herself as best as she can with not, a full caged animal moment.
Yep. May I know your name?
Is it supposed to be some kind of test?
I am a neutral party. I have no information. I was paid to help you. That is all.
You'll see that she lets out a huff. 1 second. Why do I do this to myself?
Because it's entertaining.
Yes. Luciana Silverin.
Lady Silverin, may I call you that?
Varen, I actually need you to roll a history check.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 6.
Oh, then you don't fucking know.
No.
Not with a fucking 6.
There are other things on Varen's mind right now, and fucking history is not one of them. It's more,
No
there's a dagger
ties.
pointed at me, and my friend looks like they want to murder me. We need to deal with this.
They're also not giving you the right name.
Nope.
Better than the alternative.
Now, and I don't think there is, Bella. Now, are you conscious of what you've done recently?
What do you mean?
Are you aware of where the blood came from?
I assume where it always comes from. I'm sure Uncle had me doing something. Every time he wants something, there's always blood involved.
But you don't know why.
Baron, can I get a persuasion check?
That's easily enough done. 15.
I'm Zan's gonna tilt her head and just look at you for a moment. You're not with the cult. How'd you get in here?
I am a neutral party.
My parents wouldn't have let a neutral party into the castle. And she stands up and she's looking at you, still doesn't trust you, but in a different way than before.
Are you going to stab me still?
That depends. What are you doing in the castle?
Like I said, I'm here to help you.
And like
I would
I
like
said,
to
my
see.
parents wouldn't have let you in. My mother is a capable healer if she thought I was actually injured.
Physically or mentally?
Xanth rolls her eyes. My mother doesn't care about my mental facilities as long as I am capable of doing my job.
And that's the kind of doctor I differ from.
Still doesn't explain how you got into the castle.
I have my ways of getting into places. I am a neutral party. I have been paid to be here to help you.
By who?
By you.
She'll tilt her head.
Now may I help you?
I'm not injured.
But are you still going to stab me?
Not at the moment. She'll lower her arm. You'll notice that as she does, it's still like she's ready to use it at a moment's notice, but she's not actively being aggressive towards you.
CC, the room is just a bare room.
There is a bed and a couch.
May we sit and talk?
You'll see that she'll take a deep breath. I need to check something real fast. I don't have. Okay. She's going to put the dagger at her hip so that it's easily accessible. But she is going to finish washing the blood off of herself real fast before she seems to almost quote unquote fix herself and stands a little bit straighter. Of course. Pardon the hostility. Sit. And she'll sit with you. Just stone face.
I will reiterate. I work with the mental damage, not as much as the physical. You're not the first aggressive patient I have been hired to help. And you won't be the last.
She'll shrug. Kind of just non-committedly.
Do you recognize this room?
He looks around. Not particularly, but Uncle has a bunch of secret bunks down in the dungeons. I'm not surprised I haven't seen them all.
Very nice for a dungeon.
I mean, it does have to be sterile.
So I'm guessing you don't remember me at all.
I've never seen you before in my life.
Well, we have met.
I see. She does not look like she believes you.
Do you recall how many people you had?
She shakes her head. No.
Do you know why you would have hurt them?
She shakes her head again. If I hurt people, it's because if I hurt people, then most likely they got on the wrong side of my uncle, and he wanted information from them and dealt with promptly.
It's at this point, mid-conversation, Varen, you see Xanth visibly twitch as Xanth, your brain clicks back over, and you remember nothing of the conversation you've had. You remember nothing up to coming back to the inn last night. As you're back
Do I
to your
remember?
normal free froggy self.
Okay. Do I remember what happened, like this conversation we just had?
Nope.
Nope.
Zilch gone.
So really, in my mind, I should be walking into the inn.
Yeah, you should be walking into the room upstairs. As far as you were, you just opened the door, walked in, and suddenly you're in a very different room with just Varen, who should be behind you.
She looks confused for a moment. Goes, Varen, how did you? Wait a minute.
Can I
Varen, where
have
are
that
we?
knife? Can I have that knife first?
What? Why do you? She very confusedly hands you the dagger. What's going on, Varen? Why are we in a hospital room?
What do you remember?
We were walking into the inn.
The blood on those cloths over there aren't any of ours.
What?
Nor any of our party.
I would assume not. We were supposed to be in the inn. Varen, what happened? Why are we in the hospital room?
For a lot of people's safety.
Varen, what time is it?
It's the next day. They're pretty sure you were affected by whatever drove that man mad. Only it hit you much worse.
You're gonna see that she looks over to the cloth, the bloody cloth, and go. And once again, her accent just completely drops. And at this point, Varen, I think you can. Varen's is a smart woman, individual. You get the distinct feeling that the accent is most definitely the bluff. Where she's been acting to you guys that it's the voice that she's currently using is the bluff. Varen, whose blood is that?
At least 20 people. I don't know if you've killed them or just hurt them. I will say, I don't judge you to be in a right state of mind when you did it.
You are going to see that we're on a couch, correct?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that we're sat on a bed.
Xanth would have put you on the couch, not the bed.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So Xanth is going to quite literally curl up into herself. And at this point, all she goes is, oh God's not again, oh God's not again.
You aren't in a right state of mind.
She just curls in even tighter and starts to silently cry. And I think the only thing that you hear after probably a couple of minutes is, please tell me that they died quickly.
Don't know. I wasn't given information.
Yep, nope, she's just gonna curl into a ball and cry.
Varen will rest a hand on your arm.
He flinches slightly.
Does she flinch out of reach, or just?
I mean, she's basically curled up into a ball pressed up against the couch, so she doesn't exactly have anywhere to go.
I'm asking, is she trying to get away or is reacting?
Reacting more.
Okay. And the hand will even more gently rest on your arm again.
And I think for now, that is a good place to leave it. Good job, you guys. That was a lot of fun. I am very curious to see how y'all handle what comes next, because I never know what's coming next either. It's all going to be real interesting. For those that are listening in, we thank you for joining us as well, and we will see y'all next time. Peace.